Well, hello and welcome everybody. My name's Josh. This is Demo and Garage and we're watching the SFR GT Challenge today. Here we are, we've got the Division 2 race coming up here at Catalunya for this Memorial Day weekend in the US. And as you can see at the moment, looks like LSX Penguin's got the top spot, Goof second there, and our man Hyper, who we're about to have a little bit of a chat to, joins us in the commentary booth before the race. How you going today, man?
Not too bad.
And we can see you've actually released your is it for the Memorial Day weekend, your livery here today?
Yes. Unfortunately, it will be displaying a 0 above my car today, as we couldn't get that ironed out last minute. But yeah.
Who helped you design that? Was that yourself or was that someone else?
Oh, I wish I had the mastermind. No, this was actually Fam's Glickley. Fam did a very good job designing it.
He sure did. It looks pretty good. We'll get a better view of it when you get starting the race. But yeah, in Catalunya, how do you feel about this one? Looks like you've gotten third there, so expecting good result.
I'm fairly confident. I'd like to get a top 5. I've been struggling on the starts, and if I can stay with them throughout the first 2 or 3 laps, I can hang with them all day.
And yeah, we just had the Monaco Grand Prix and the Indy 500. Do you have any interest in any of those races? Did you watch them?
Yeah, I watched them both. Quite the job Lewis did holding off Verstappen with those trash tires that he had.
Yeah, they were. He was on the. I don't know, because he was on the radio a lot, asking, telling them he had no tires there, and he was asking for blue flags at the end, and I don't know, crazy stuff. Because you would. I don't think you'd try something similar today, because you've.
No, strategy is going to be a little bit different for me today than that. Being on the controller, I'm just going to be trying to stay on the softs as much as I can. A little bit more abrasive on the tires than being on a steering wheel, but we'll see what we can do.
So a quick stint on the mediums and then straight to the softs as much as you can?
Yep.
All right. Well, good luck out there today, man. Do well and enjoy the race. And hopefully we'll see you on the podium interviews at the end of this one.
That'd be nice. All right, thank you.
No worries, mate. That was Fam Typer from Full Attack Motorsports, and I know I've got a few of you here right now, Hugo and Joshua Monfort. Welcome, guys, to the race. I'm going to send the race controller the message to go, 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 and we'll get this one underway. They're probably setting up the lobby, but LSX Penguin on the top spot, and then from memory it was Goof, and then we had Hyper take in the top 3 positions. Here we are at Catalunya. This is Beckwar getting his car out there for Stronger Together. A few subbed in today. There's a few Memorial Day liveries out there as well, so keep an eye out on them. I know Rockefeller's Racing's rocking one. I think Arrowhead, that might be one there. And there's another one from Magic Man. Lots of detail gone into these. So that's the one on Magic Man's car. This is Hyper's livery. Unfortunately, we can't swing around and show you the sides as well, but you'll get a good view of it come the race. Here's another one from LSX Penguin. He's got almost looks like a special Navy digital pattern there, the camo pattern they have in the Navy. Haven't seen the gold on it before, so that might be significant. But anyway, lots of cool liveries out there. It's going to be very cool to see them out on track. Big Red, Beckwar waiting. And we're just waiting now to get this one started. So thanks for joining us, guys. This is Division 2 race from the SFR GT Challenge. My name's Josh, as you know. I'm from Demo 1 Garage. Thanks for joining us wherever you might be. Cross-posted on to Rockefeller Racing and the SFR GT Challenge page itself as well. So if you haven't already liked them on Facebook, go and support those guys out. And yeah, don't miss a thing. Here we go. Race is about to begin. We're going to get lined up on the grid. Got 11 entries today, but there's only going to be 3 that make it onto the podium. Who's going to be that eventual winner? And all important strategy we saw played out last week in Division 1. That's going to play out again here today in Division 2. Everyone seems to be starting on the softs there on your right, on the top. You can see in the top left of your screen. We missed what Big Red and Beckwar started on. But it looks like everybody's starting on the softs. They have to take the medium tyre, don't forget that. Raymond, how you going, mate? Welcome to the race. You just joined us here just before the start. Let me know if the sound levels are good on your levels too, guys. Before we get this one started, Alexis, Captain Goof, and Hyper top 3, waiting for the lights to go out. Top left of your screen, you'll see them just on the billboard there. Engines revving, lights go on. And that's a green light, and we're underway here at Catalunya. That's LSX Penguin, but Magic Man from Rockefeller right up in the middle. And you can see him in the AMG Mercedes now hustling for position. And he's up into 3rd from the start. That's a fantastic start for him. The field now up into turn 1. LSX Penguin takes us through. G-Tuck with his first race for us today as well. So he's doing everything he can to score high points. But it's LSX Penguin out in front from Goof, from Magic Man, Arrowhead, CK. Hyper's down in the 6th. He lost 3 places off the start. That's not what he wanted. And now LSX Penguin will take us through. Goof following him behind in the Lexus. And he's trying his best right now to find a way past, but he's going to have a lot of trouble. The rest of the field looks like it was nice and clean. Beckwar out wide on the exit curbing. Silvestro's up there too. Big Red down into last place. And he's going to need to get a little bit of a move on, as these guys are hurrying through right now. Coming up towards the hairpin in the last sector of this track. LSX Penguin, he might have to go defensive here into the hairpin, and he sort of does. Covers his line. Goof follows him behind. He's nice and tight right now. The difference, only 4/10. Magic Man with an absolute magic start. He'll be super happy with that. And right now, he holds 3rd position. There's a battle going on here for 5th. CK's involved with that one in the 4C. He's up behind Arrowhead for the Rockefeller Racing team. So the Rockefeller well supported here in today's race. CK in the 4C. Sometimes underpowered, but let's see what he can do. As they go across the start-finish line to start lap 2 of 33. Everybody single file right now. Nobody's making a move. Nice and clean for now. Subaru and Corvette of Silvestro into the first turn. Car Nerd gets it done. Up the front again. Looks like the Corvette of Penguin now starting to pull away. He's just inside a second. 7/10 the gap. Goof following him behind. He's also doing a similar thing to Magic Man behind. So these two look to get out on an early lead. Soft tyres is where everyone seems to be at. Arrowhead now, he's trying to block off the run of CK. CK in that 4C is doing a great job. G-Tuck as well. Hyper's all the way back into 7th, so he's lost another position on that lap there. That's not good for him. He wanted a top 5 finish, and as we heard from him in the start, he wanted to try and get in the top 5. Right now, he's making that job very hard for him. Coming up now to the hairpin. Arrowhead again, not having to defend. Everybody's being nice and civil at the moment. No one's going for any crazy moves yet. Still a long way to go. And there's Hyper. He started 3rd. He's back to 7th. He's lost 4 spots. But you can see he's running that Memorial Day livery. He wanted to show it off today, so here it is. So fantastic livery there from the Full Attack Motorsport team. Becqua in pursuit. He's got an opportunity down the front straight, but at the moment nothing. The leader, LSX Penguin, he's having to go across left and right here. You can see Goof right in the slipstream, and it's very powerful down this front straight, but he can't get it done before turn 1. But there we go. CK on the inside. Arrowhead's down his position, and he'll have to forfeit that spot to CK in the 4C, who's just done a fantastic move into the first turn. And what a move it was. Let's see if we can't get a replay of the start. We can't. Sorry, we've missed the start exactly, but you can see Hyper already down in the 6th spot before the first turn. CK was in the 5th there, and that's how things got going. And now he's up in the 4th. Hyper's down in the 8th position. So what's going on there? He's really struggling at the moment. Let's see if we can't find out and investigate it. He was already back behind Becqua before we got to this part of the circuit. So really struggling through the corners here is Hyper. We'll have to keep an eye on him. There he is in 8th. Oh, he's gone wide. He's trying to push hard. The front, still these two. 2 by 2 they come. Up to the end of the 3rd lap. LSX Penguin leads. The gap 4/10. Goof still in pursuit, and he's going to have a slipstream down the front straight. So keep a close eye on this one now as they exit the corners. Thanks for letting me know. It sounds fine there, Raymond. As we start lap 4, here we go. The gap hasn't changed too much. Goof couldn't get the exit he required. Magic Man still holds the 3rd spot. CK in 4th. Arrowhead's got 5th. G-Tuck into 6th. His first race, doing good. And then it's Becqua, Carnerd, and Fam's Hyper rather. Look at this. We've got 3 cars, 3 wide. And there could be an issue for Becqua. He's gone 2 wide. He's hit the outside track. No grip at all. And he's gone around. Let's see how that started for him. Here they are, 3 wide. Hyper's trying to get a move up at the inside. Becqua's been forced out wide. And around he goes. You can see the other 2 were battling as well for position. And Carnerd looks to have gotten around Hyper there. Hyper kept up the pressure. Back to the live pictures here. We can see Carnerd did get around Hyper. And that's what Hyper would like to see. Some pressure he's put on the Becqua there. Carnerd, though, moving himself up into 7th position. That's good. Good carcraft. Good driving. G-Tuck now. He's right up the clacker of Arrowhead. The Rockefeller Racer in front in the Corvette. He's going to have to be very crafty here. Find a defensive line that works, because G-Tuck, if he can get the exit here, he's going to be in some serious pain at the end of this straight. The BMW is going to push hard. LSX Penguin still leads. Riding on board with G-Tuck. You can see that slipstream being effective. He's pushed out to the inside line. Arrowhead doesn't phase him at all, though. He stays on his racing line. He's missed his apex, though. G-Tuck, nice and tight in behind. There could be a move on here. He just needs to find the gap. Arrowhead, the moving chicane that he is. He's gone for the outside line. G-Tuck, Arrowhead, defensive on the inside. That was a good move. G-Tuck looks to have had the exit speed. Here we go. Oh, contact through the exit of that corner. They've kept composure, though. Into the left-hander. G-Tuck might have had the better line, and that could be on. G-Tuck with a fantastic move. He needs to make it stick, though. And Arrowhead just couldn't fight back. That was fantastic driving from G-Tuck. Oh, what has happened here? Huge collision between the two. G-Tuck lost control. Arrowhead gone back up into 5th. He's just recovered from that. And now we've got a cluster of 4 cars. Car Nerd moving all the way up into 5th from that. He's really benefited from it. Hyper as well is coming through. And now we've got 4 cars fighting for position. We'll get a replay of what happened to G-Tuck, but he fought so hard to find out where he was. He's up into 8th, back down to 8th. But he fought so hard for that 5th position. And I wonder what unfazed him there. Very interesting indeed here in Division 2. Let's see what happened. G-Tuck gets the move done on the exit. Oh, look at that. Comes across. Didn't mean to do it. He was just trying to fight for the line. And that's where he is now. He did have a little bit of a collision with Arrowhead, but Arrowhead seems to have got away from that quite nicely. G-Tuck readdressed the situation, and he did the right thing. He'll avoid any penalties if any were to be incurred later. This is Hyper. He's really struggling here at the start of this race. He started up into 3rd, and you can see he's now down into 7th position. And he's going to have a hard time holding that one off from G-Tuck, because G-Tuck, as we've seen, can make the moves. Just needs to avoid making any mistakes. But at the moment, that's where it is. And Car Nerd, though, has really benefited from that collision. As you can see, he's all the way in 5th, and he's got a gap now almost up to a 2nd. So he's really benefited from the mistakes of others behind him. Up into lap 6 we are now. Lots going on in the midfield. This is Arrowhead. He's not phased at the moment into the hairpin. They are nice and tight though. Hyper got a good exit. He needs to stay close, because if he can do that, he might be able to get a move on Arrowhead down the straight. But you need to nail this section here. It's very slow. The chicane's very aggressive on the turning in here as well. And you need to get the power down ASAP through this last right-hander to keep all your speed, so you have it at the end of this straight. Here they are, the end of lap 6. We're on board with Arrowhead. You can see Hyper's coming. Look at that. Slingshot activated from Hyper into the first turn. They're going to be side by side, but Arrowhead just pushes him away. Hyper, though, had a great chance to get another move done. He just ran out of road. Fantastic racing from these boys. Should be enjoying this one at home. Hyper now going for the inside line again. Arrowhead has to take a higher line. G-Tuck might find a way through the middle himself. This is on board with G-Tuck. You can see Arrowhead inside. He's now right up beside Hyper now. Panel to panel stuff. These boys are putting on a fantastic show for us here on a Sunday. What a Sunday it's been. We've had the Monaco Grand Prix, the Indy 500, and now these boys here in Division 2 are showing us that they're capable of it. On board now with Hyper. Just trying to get a move done on Arrowhead. Arrowhead holding his line well. Needs pressure up behind from the BMW. There it is. It's a menacing machine in your rear view mirror. So commanding. It's a big car. G-Tuck showing us what he can do with it. Here we go. First man's in. It's Hyper as we're on board with him. And he's going to take off his soft tyre. And will he take a new one? Let's see what the pit crew do as they wait for him to come down the pit lane. Here he is. Old rubber off. New rubber on. And we want to see what it is. It's the medium. So he's getting his medium stint out of the way. As we go to the front of the race now, it's LSX Penguin with a 3-second lead here on that lap number 8. Fantastic stuff from him. CK has moved himself all the way up into second spot. As we were watching the midfield battles go on, CK's been doing some magic moves of his own. And he's now holding that second spot away from the Lexus of Captain Goof. So the stronger together racer right now is being demoted to third. And CK doing a fantastic job. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it. We were watching all that other racing that was going on. There's so much happening here in Div 2. Magic Man had a fantastic start off the line. He's now in fourth, and he should be quite happy with where he is. There's Car Nerd. G-Tuck looks like he's got the move done on Arrowhead through that lap as well. So now, the strategy's come into play here, guys. Don't forget, they've got to run the medium tyre for a minimum of 1 lap. That means if they want to run the medium tyre for 1 lap, they can. Magic Man's come in himself. Will we see any of these boys come in? I think Arrowhead's done it. He has. What's Magic Man going to do? The team are waiting. We want to see the tyres that he takes. Here he is. The Rockefeller race is in. Pit crew get to work. Put the new rubber on. What's he taking? It's the medium for him as well. Arrowhead from Rockefeller. So Rockefeller have their strategy down pat. They're on lap 8 here, remember that. And will it be medium for Arrowhead? It will. So they follow the same strategy. What is LSX Penguin going to do? He's the last Rockefeller racer out there in front. CK and Captain Goof right now, they hold the top 3 positions. Car Nerd's had a fantastic race. He's really benefited from the mistakes of others. But that means he's had a clean race himself, and he now finds himself up into 4th with a 3-second lead over G-Tuck behind him. Silvestro now holds 6th. And there's Beckwell. We saw Beckwell make a short error before. And he's now trying to fight his way back up into the back of Silvestro. The two stronger together racers right now. Same team. Oh, Beckwell pushing it. There's so much. He almost ran out of room. Will he get it done? Late braking dive bomb doesn't happen. Oh, it might happen. Out of nowhere, Beckwell's got the car turned. And in he goes for 6th. Fantastic effort. Now our leader's in. Our leader has pitted. And CK will continue. So will Goof. He's waiting there. His team waiting there. G-Tuck continued on. Here he is, LSX Penguin. Let's see what he gets. If you're playing at home, everyone's done the medium so far. Medium tyre. There we go, Rockefeller Racing. That's what they're doing. They're all running their medium right now. CK out in front. How far can he make those softs last? Captain Goof in the Lexus as well holds 2nd. They all started on the soft tyre. Car Nerd is promoted to 3rd. Right now he holds a podium position. G-Tuck up into 4th right now, and he's wearing the battle wounds of the race before it. A few mistakes early on. LSX Penguin has found himself out in 5th right now, and in relatively clean air. He's just beaten the traffic there. Beckwell made a fantastic move before. Let's go and show you the move he did there. It was coming up on Silvestro. And look at this. He just got it turned so much nicer. And he made the move stick. Fantastic effort. There he is. He's up into 6th, the Canadian. He's yet to pit, but he'll be very happy with his position on track. Magic Man's out in 8th right now. There is Hyper in 9th, but remember, these guys back here have entered the pit lane. And they're all on their medium run right now. And there's Big Red really suffering at the back. But the more experience he gets, the quicker he'll become. We've seen it with other races before, so never count anyone out in the SFR GT Challenge at all. Big Red is getting all-important track time. But CK leads this race. 1.8 seconds the lead from Captain Goof in the Lexus. These guys are running the long game. Silvestro is entering the pits himself from 8th position. So we'll have a few people in the back now starting to force their way forward. Becquar did finish 9th in D1. Thank you, Q. It's his birthday, by the way, guys, if you're watching. Becquar's birthday. So don't forget to all wish him a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Becquar. So, what a better thing to do than be racing out on your birthday. Nothing more enjoyable. He'll be enjoying that one. He's yet to pit though. Remember that. He needs to run the medium tyre. We didn't really see what he ran at the start. So, but we suspect it was the medium. The soft tyre, as everyone else was doing that. Right now, CK is our leader in the 4C. And he's doing a fantastic job. Thanks for watching tonight, guys. You're watching Dem 1 Garage, broadcasting here the SFR GT Challenge. Catch us on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Right now, I'm a little bit busy in my real life, so things are a little bit slow. But make sure you've liked all that stuff, so when we come back into full action, you don't miss a thing. Got lots coming your way very shortly as CK enters the pits. And so does Goof. So they two have followed each other. G-Tuck will come in. So will Car Nerd. So now it's a race through the pit lane. And LSX Penguin will retake the lead of this race here on lap number 12. Magic Man is now up in the second spot. CK leaves on the mediums. Hyper in 5th spot. He's going to be racing some of the guys coming out of the pits. I think he's beaten a lot of them. He has. There's G-Tuck and Arrowhead. Oh, so close. Into turn 1. I think Arrowhead managed to get that move on G-Tuck. That was super tight between the two. And you can see Car Nerd has actually lost out. He's down in the 8th spot. So the undercut sort of working there for some of them. G-Tuck's beaten him through the pit lane. That was very interesting. Very, very interesting. But we've got a race back on our hands now. This is what happens in the SFR GT Challenge. Different strategies. And now they're all starting to come together. And this is where the racing gets really insane. G-Tuck sort of pulled away a little bit from Arrowhead. Arrowhead's pushing hard. We're on board with G-Tuck. Car Nerd was there. He saw him flashing the lights earlier. Oh, Car Nerd. Thought he's done almost a handbrakey through there. Flashing the lights again. He's a little bit far away to be scaring G-Tuck, I think. But Arrowhead, right now, he's under the pump. And he's going to have to be very careful coming out of this part of the track now. Through the last right-hander. If G-Tuck's right on his exhaust pipes, this could be an overtake in the making here. He just needs to bide his time, does G-Tuck. Arrowhead, though, needs a good exit. I think he's gotten it. This is going to be super tight. As we come around to the end of lap 12. And they go across the beam start-finish line right now. Slipstream in effect. Is G-Tuck close enough? I think he is. He's going to have a look. He's going to try and point the nose of the beamer on the inside, but he's not close enough before we get to the turn. But has he got the speed through the first two turns? Arrowhead struggling for grip, it looks. G-Tuck on some very new rubber right now. He's going to be making the most of that. Car Nerd just hanging off the back right now. He's just biding his time. Look at that. He's nice and close right now. We've got 3 cars trying to occupy the same space on the track. That never works. Someone is going to lose out. Who's it going to be? At the moment, it's Arrowhead. He's defending with his life right now. G-Tuck tries to take a different line. And the Stronger Together racer right now proving why he's now a part of this very special SFR GT Challenge for Stronger Together. It's Stronger Together versus Rockefeller Racing at the moment. with Arrowhead in front. The BMW, very big car, but so's the Corvette. BMW has proved its power in the GT3 class. Let's see what G-Tuck can do with it tonight. He's showing us some very special things. Through the chicane once again, to end of lap 13, and it's been very close for these guys this entire lap. Let's see if we get the slipstream again. Carnerd doesn't look like he's close enough. G-Tuck again. He's going to have it, but he's going to run out of road just before we get there. The brakes are on. Oh, he's just pulled that thing up. That was a runaway train. And at the moment, that's where they sit. We'll get a quick update at the front. LSX Penguin, a little bit of oversteer through the exit, but he still leads us. CK into second as well, so he's had a great race so far, finding himself up there on the podium spot. Goof down into third, where he started as well, so we shouldn't be too disappointed. Magic Man up into fourth as well. He had a fantastic start, and he gained a lot of positions at that start, and now he occupies fourth spot. Hyper right now, he's actually recovered from his bad start. He was losing a lot of places on the first few laps. He's in fifth right now. That's where he wants to be at the end of the race, but he's still got about over half of this race to go. At the moment, Carnerd chucks it into the corner. Carnerd there with an absolutely desperate move. It just didn't quite work out for him, and somehow he just didn't take anyone out with him. Look at this. He just sees the goes for it. Oh, Carnerd just gets the car pulled up. He's now in 8th spot, and he's lost a look at the gap he's lost. Let's see what that looked like on board for him. Let's see what he was thinking. Oh, he must have... maybe he was on the brakes a little bit late, and he's just avoided an accident there more than anything. But it was spectacular nonetheless. Now, Beckwar is right up beside Carnerd, and I think he's done it. Beckwar has gotten up into 8th on his birthday. Great move down the straight, using the slipstream to full effect. That's where it was, and he had to get it. He had to make it stick into one, and that's what he's done. Great move from the Canadian. Carnerd looks to be struggling now under a little bit of pressure. Arrowhead and G-Tuck. This is where it's been at now for the last few laps. They're so equally matched right now. We don't know who's going to win it, but Arrowhead has been supremely calm under the pressure. As we ride on board with him. Raymond, 3-1 only works in adult movies. Thank you for that. But thanks for watching, guys, there on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, Rocky, this is really shaping up. Here we go. The move we were waiting for. Is it going to work? G-Tuck, he's there. Arrowhead has to... Oh! Contact between these two once again. This time set off by Arrowhead more than anyone. Here it was. G-Tuck had the inside line. And they were just fighting for road. They both wanted to occupy the same patch of road. Fantastic battle here these two have shown us. But what a move it was from G-Tuck. Ooh, big crunch. Arrowhead, there's the gap. You can see he's lost a lot of time now because of it. But now Hyper's under the pump. Hyper will be under the pump. This is the replay on board with Arrowhead. Just see. Oh. G-Tuck did well to control his car then. Another racing incident. Oh, what's this? Live on board. Becwa throws it down the inside of Arrowhead. Arrowhead now losing 2 positions in the space of a few laps. Oh, crazy stuff going on here. There's so much happening. Arrowhead now is going to want to reply. I don't know if G-Tuck's close enough to Hyper there, but Arrowhead might get this done. He will. He'll get the spot back from Becwa. Will Becwa get the undercut back around? Oh, great move from Arrowhead. G-Tuck didn't get it done. Oh, Becwa might get it back again. On the straight, these two are dragging now. And that's Becwa has won that one out. Arrowhead's got, oh, you can see the position changes left to right. Car Nerd is on the scene as well. He's going to probably benefit if these two crash out. Car Nerd now trying to get around the outside of Arrowhead. Arrowhead seems to be under lots of problems as you're running out of grip. We're on lap 17. So, possibly at the end of the stint of those mediums. Arrowhead, oh, he's just kept it on the black stuff there, hitting the turf. That could have been disastrous. Again, he's run wide. He's going to be losing a lot of time because of it. Hypers, though, still got 5th spot. Becwa, this is where it all started. Becwa was following Arrowhead, and before you know it, he's chucked a move up the inside of him here. Look at this. He just saw the space. Oh, there it was. That was the move we saw live when we got back from the replay. And that's where it's all started. And he's now holds 7th spot. And there we go. Hyper and Magic Man are in. Becwa, he's now back. He's now on the rear end of G-Tuck. He's pushing hard now. They're draft bumping here. So they're working together on the same team. Will G-Tuck get it pulled in though? That's the problem sometimes you make. Sometimes you push your teammate a little bit too quickly and they underestimate the extra speed they've been given at the end of the straight. Bump drafting, but that's worked out for those two there. So they're going to try and push away from the rest of the field while they can. But it's LSX Penguin in the front. We haven't seen much of him today. Oh, he might be pushing on his tires a little bit too hard as well. He's had higher gaps. It's down to 2 seconds, I should say. He had it up to 5 at some point. So I think LSX is pushing a little bit hard. CK right now doing all he can, and he's fighting hard. Goof as well's remained flawless in that 3rd position. G-Tuck and Becwa, they're working together. As you can see, they've managed to pull a little bit of a gap here on Car Nerd as the rest of the field has gone in to the pits. And as I suspected, LSX Penguin has gone in, and these two will take 1 extra position each. Is Becwa getting a move on G-Tuck? He does. That's his favourite spot to make a move. They're going to be racing LSX Penguin down to the line here. This could be really tight between the Stronger Together Racing team and the Rockefeller Racers. Not as tight as I thought. He's back out in the 3rd. And there is Becwa and Co. Still just coming across the line. This is the replay of Becwa once again on his teammate. He'd already made a move before we got there. Easily done. Fantastic effort back on board with G-Tuck now, and you can see the gap between him and Beckwar is starting to grow slightly. Oh, that's what he's messed his turn in there. You can see he was very on the wide there, and he was on the back foot coming into the last sector. So that's where G-Tuck lost out. Back to the live action we go. And he's running hard and long right now. Carnerd in 6th as well. So 2 long stints from these guys. Silvestro's in the 7th. Magic Man in 8th right now. Hyper's back down into 9th. Arrowhead as well in 10th. Remember, these guys have entered the pits. They'll gain positions as the rest of the field filter through the pit lane. CK is leading the race though on lap number 20. We've only got 13 laps to go. This has gone super quick here today, guys. So thanks for joining us. Don't forget, every Monday the SFR GT Challenge. Usually every Monday anyway, unless there's a break for a public holiday or something. But don't forget, we'll be here on Demo 1 with the action on all those platforms. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Demo1garage.com goes to Facebook right now, but we will be launching our website shortly. You might have seen some articles on that we post to our Facebook. So yeah, it's sort of a soft launch for the website, but we'll be properly launching the website in a couple of weeks' time, so keep an eye out on that one. But don't forget, like I said, if you are new here as well, don't forget to chuck a like or subscribe, because we've got a lot more esport racing, esport action coming up with other leagues as well. We've got some F1 starting up in a couple of weeks' time, and then there's plans to move into other sim racing platforms as well. So if you like all things motorsports, don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, no matter where you are. But thanks for joining us. Beckwar's in 4th right now. He's done well. LSX Penguin's got 3rd. We think he's the overall leader of this race. G-Tuck's down into 5th right now because Beckwar got in front. Carnerd right now just holding his line. So's Magic Man. There's Silvestro in 8th. And Hyper with his special Memorial Day weekend livery there. Oh, I thought he was chucking that in sideways there. That was a little bit of a trickery of the eye. Yeah, Jeff Wheels. I don't know what was happening last week with the connection. I do apologize for that. It was weird. I think I was just having internet issues locally, and for some reason it was weird because it showed up and then it didn't show up. I actually don't know what was happening last week. But yeah, I'm glad it's working today, because I really hate having those bad races where they stutter like that. It really ruins it for the audience at home. And it was a good one too, the Division 1 race. But thanks for being here, guys. We're getting into the meaty end of this one, and CK and Goof here, they're running some long stints. I wonder if it's going to work out for them. The gap between him and the LSX Penguin, I don't think is big enough. So don't know if that's going to work out for them right now. But you can see LSX Penguin is he's 12 seconds in front of Beckwar here in 4th. So that's the difference. The pit lane probably take you about 20 seconds. So Goof's going to do another lap. He's going to try for the undercut here. Well, we think anyway. CK's taking his medium tyres off. LSX Penguin continues on. Will Beckwar get in front of the CK? It's going to be tight once again. We've seen it before. Tyres coming on and off. The Alpha 4C. And he enters back into Third position. He's done really well, actually, to get third. And there's Beckwar. He wasn't too far behind at all. But that's the gap. That's the physical gap. That's about 2.5 seconds. You can see just how quickly CK's run away with things. He knows how to run that Alpha. He definitely does. 0 going for Goof. Goof now leads this one. Let's see what he can do. He's trying to get the undercut, I think. He might need to come back in. He's got a 5.5 second lead on the leader, which will now be LSX Penguin, because we're expecting Goof to enter the pit lane this lap. So let's keep an eye on Goof here. He's going to be racing CK. Will he get in front of CK? Has he done enough? It looks like he might have pushed it 1 lap too far. He might lose more than he gains here. And we're about to find out, because I predict he's going to enter the pit lane. Oh, I was wrong. I was very wrong. He's continued on. All right, well, Goof is going to lead this one for another lap. He's on lap 23. There's 11 laps to go. We're nearing the conclusion of this one. CK's back, 11 seconds behind LSX. And LSX, we suspect, is our overall leader, unless Goof is going to pull one out of the bag that we didn't expect. G-Tuck and Beckwar, they look like they're getting rid of their medium tyres now. So Hyper should move up through. The field is now going to condense once again as we get the rest of the field, changing tyres. And here we go. Magic Man is on it. Magic Man's on Car Nerd here. Car Nerd just cut him off into the first turn. On board with Magic Man. Car Nerd now holding his line in the Subaru. That AMG looks to have a lot better acceleration out of the corner, though. Oh, I tried around the outside. Didn't quite work out for him. What a race we've had, though. What an absolutely fantastic race. Car Nerd in 4th. He's going to have to hold off 2 cars, I'd imagine, as Hype is now joining the scene. The yellow Subaru that could. Can he do it? Does he need to enter the pits again? Goof is still leading as well, guys. Don't forget. Oh, there we go, Magic Man. Look at the run Magic got. Oh, under the brakes. Car Nerd was a little bit braver there later on it. Hype is going to try and sneak one up too. Oh, Hype is running the Demo and Garage. Badge on the back there too. Thanks, Hyper. But as we watch this one go on, so Captain Goof didn't go into the pits. He's leading. Hyper, he wants a top finish. I know we were talking to him before. Oh, I don't think he's going to be close enough to get that position. But look how close Magic Man is to the back of Kano. Is Kano going to... He's not. He's going to hold his line. Here we go. Into the turn 1. And I think Magic's got in it. He will. He'll take that. The brakes glow red hot as he pulls up the AMG Mercedes. And now we're with 10 laps to go, people. 10 laps to go. And this is what's happening right now. You can see Hyper for the Full Attack Motorsport team. He's trying to get his car up into 5th. Up the inside line. He's going to push Car Nerd wide in the Subaru. Oh, a bit of touch goes on there. What happened there? That was a little bit weird. Well, he's pulling away. Let's have a look. This was on board. Did Hyper just get a bit of a snap oversteer? Yeah, I think that might have been what it was. Definitely wasn't intentional. And luckily, no one really lost out too badly. Hyper did get a position back. Well, there's a yellow flag in this section as LSX Penguin takes it around Goof is now back down into second. Did that happen while we were doing that replay? It had already happened before we got there. So that's how the grid stands right now on 25 of 33. Coming towards the end of this one. LSX Penguin leads this race by almost 4 seconds. And then it's Goof in second spot. He's up there in front of CK. 5 seconds. The gap. Carnerd's actually entering the pits right now. And so is Arrowhead. Magic Man's in fourth. There's Fam's Hyper. He's up into his top 5 position where he wants to be. Bekwa's in 6th. G-Tuck is in 7th position. Sebestro. Carnerd. Carnerd did come in. He's going to be on softs to the end. Yes. Sebestro is coming in. And so is Arrowhead. Arrowhead leaves on new softs. So he will enter the track back down in 9th position. Not sure what happened there with Arrowhead at the end. He was doing so well. Sebestro on softs as well. And Big Red. Well, he's got a little bit of work to do to catch up. We're on lap 25 of 33 and it's LSX Penguin in the lead. Fantastic race from him today. And some great points for Rockefeller in the Division 2 Championship as well. Oh, what's going on here? The leader has entered the pits. I didn't expect this to happen. That means CK will take the lead of this one with so few laps to go. So LSX Penguin has had to come in on the softs and Goof on the medium. Look at that. CK's running away with it. I did not expect this. LSX Penguin will come out on the softs. Goof, the softs as well. Hyper. So, some extra pit stops here at the end that I didn't actually see coming. And that's really going to change things around. I thought we were done and dusted with the pit stops. How wrong I was. This is really shaking things up through. And that's where Arrowhead and Carnerd are going to get their spots back. That's why I was so surprised to find these guys so far down the order. What I didn't really expect was everybody to have to pit again. So, Goose in 3rd. There's Bekwa. G-Tuck's up into 5th. Magic Man's come out into 6th. Hyper's come out into 7th. Carnerd in 8th. Alright, this is really getting interesting, guys. Don't you dare go anywhere. This is about to get insane here at the last few laps. Everybody's on... We've got a few on some old tyres, and we've got a few on some quick tyres. They've got a lot of time to gain, but they're going to be so much quicker than the rest of the field. One of those drivers is Arrowhead. Let's see what he can do. And Carnerd and Hyper now. Look at that. They're all condensing back together. And we're about to get a really busy racetrack. This is going to be super interesting. Oh, did I see some dust fly up there? No, it was fine. Magic Man's pushing as well. So Magic Man, he had a great start up the front. So we would expect G-Tuck and Bekwa, we would expect these guys have to enter the pits themselves again. So are they going to come in this lap? No, Bekwa's continuing it on. Oh, Big Red. He's made an error. He will be getting the blue flags from the races coming through, but he's about to start lap 26. Our leader at the moment, though, is CK. Absolutely fantastic race from him. And he's pushing that 4C to its limits. Now, the strategy from him, I think, has been to run an extra stint, extra long, and I think it's worked out. He's got a 12-second lead on LSX Penguin, unless he needs to go in again. We're going to find out here in the last few laps. There's not long to go. 6 laps remaining. Goof will definitely be good to the end because he's just come out on some new rubber. Bekwa's a little bit in a land of his own right now. G-Tuck, I think, might be following what Beckwar does. But then we've got Magic Man, Hyper, and Carnerd and Arrowhead. They're all on some fresh rubber here, and they're all going to be fighting. They were all fighting for podium positions, so it's very interesting to see them down the back half of the top 10. Guess that's just how it's worked out. You can see them, they're all chasing each other. They've all got pretty much new rubber on, so they're all going to be lapping similar times. You can see the gap is about a second, or the interval's about a second between each car. But it's this man in front who looks like he's outsmarted everybody here today with the 11 and almost 11 and a half second lead as we come around to finish lap 28, or completed anyway. LSX Penguin looks like he was going to run away with it there for a little bit, but the closing stages, it's looking like he's going to be occupying second. And Goof, well, he tried, but, you know, a third, there's nothing to cry about either. He'll be happy with that if we can keep it. But we have to get to the end of this one first. Anything could happen, and anything can and will happen in the SFR GT Challenge. So G-Tuck's pulling away from the back marker there. Magic Man, he's got 9 seconds to catch up to G-Tuck. So, yeah, we're expecting them to pit, but at this late stage, probably not. So it looks like maybe the back few here were following each other in strategy, but they just didn't expect the tyre wear to be so aggressive. Maybe they were called out by that. That could have been a possibility. Our answers will be, well, our questions will be answered soon, I hope. Hashtag never give up, Rockefeller. He's going to be doing that for sure. It could be a futile effort, though. You can see, though, it looks like they are catching. Magic Man, last lap was a 1:45.4. All right, let's go to G-Tuck. 1:45.9. So there's not a lot of difference. You know, it was about 5 tenths, but that's not enough really to make a difference at the end of the day. So G-Tuck's definitely lapping at the pace he needs to be. Let's get an update as he goes across the line to start lap 29. 1:45.8. Still very quick. Magic Man. 1:45.2. Oh, it's sort of coming down. I don't know if it's going to be I don't know if there's enough laps left in this race for these guys to catch up. I think they might have been expecting to make the difference here at the end. 1:45.6 from Hyper. Carnerd in the WRX, a 1:46 flat almost. And then 9th position, Arrowhead, a 1:45.8. So he could possibly move up one spot and get Carnerd there, but yeah, I think it looks like these guys are going to be the biggest losers here. CK, one of the biggest winners. He's coming around to the end of lap 29, and his gap is 8 seconds. It's coming down. LSX Penguin's going to be pushing hard. Let's check out the time differences now. 1:44.6 from this man. And CK. Let's see what CK can do. 1:46. Oh, 2 seconds the difference, and we've got 4 laps to go. 2 seconds a lap. That's going to be 8 seconds. That's about the gap that it is now. So this is going to come down to the last lap here, I can assure you that. If LSX Penguin can keep the pace that he's got right now, he's going to catch CK. And Goof, what kind of times are Goof doing? Goof laps, I'd imagine. 1:45.7. Yeah, that's about on pace. It's CK who's going to be in trouble. He's running the long stint. He just needs to do the laps. He's got 4 to go. He's got 3.5 really. He's got to do this one. Then 3 more. And you'll see that white and black checkered flag. He'll be stressing hard. He's going to try probably emulate what similar to what Lewis Hamilton did last night in the Monaco Grand Prix. Except he's not going to run his tyres as long as Lewis did, but he will be stressing about the grip left in those tyres. He's going to need to do some engine braking. I'd imagine his front tyres are starting to wear thin a little. He's going to be understeering as well. It's going to be a handful for CK. But if there's anyone out there capable of doing it, it'll be this man. 6 seconds the gap. 5.9. It's dropping every inch they cover of the track. Let's get an update down through the field. There's Magic Man, Carnerd, Arrowhead. They're sort of getting close now. Arrowhead. We expected him to catch up to the back of Carnerd, but can Carnerd defend it? That is the question. We were about to get answered. Not into that corner, though. Carnerd takes that, gets a lot of apex there. And Arrowhead just follows through. Just needs to stay cool, calm, and collected. He should be able to get him down the back straight here. Lots of oversteer there for Arrowhead. The Corvette's a bit of a handful here at the moment. The WRX pushing on though. Let's see what he can do. This is where he's not close enough at all. Arrowhead got a great exit. Very surprising results, I must say, for Division 2. I did not see this coming. But what a race it's been. Yeah, don't you dare go anywhere. That is what I like to say, because there is about to be a major upset, I think, here at the end. Arrowhead's trying. CK, the gap, 4 seconds. I don't know if there's going to be enough laps left. Is he going to have enough time left? He did a 1:45 last lap. CK did 1:47. It's still 2 seconds the difference. Lap 32 of 33. Coming up to the penultimate lap. And there he is, LSX Penguin. He's in sight of the leader. He just did a 1:45.4. He's going to be pushing that Corvette super hard. The Alpha 4C. He's going to hunt it down. And it's when he gets there, CK is going to be defenseless. It's going to be a bloodbath if LSX Penguin can catch him up. It's going to be tight. There's only 2 laps left. We're on the penultimate lap right now. We're about to start the final one. And like I said, it's going to come down to the final lap. He just needs to gain the 2 seconds this lap. LSX Penguin does. And again, Carnerd, he's holding off Arrowhead. Arrowhead still can't get around. Hyper's by himself. Magic Man's by himself. G Tucker's continued on. I thought, him or Beckwar might enter the pits, but looks like they've run through a little bit long. Then it's Goof, and then LSX Penguin and CK. And you can now see the gap. 2.5 seconds. The half second could be what CK needed here to win this one. We're about to start the final lap. And we're about to get the answers to all our questions. And can he do it? Coming in to this Division 2 race. What a race it's been. This could be the strategy of the year. But he just needs to stay in front. It's going to be so tight. The last time LSX Penguin gets to slipstream, CK down that front straight. The gap still just over 2 seconds here. Into the first turn, and we've just gone under it. Oh, CK's going to be shaking in his boots. He just needs to stay in front. That's all he needs to do. He's got track position. But will it be enough? Oh, 1.3. That time is coming down so quickly now here on the final lap. Can LSX Penguin do it? He's been chasing him for about 6-7 laps. CK decided to push it to get the win. Was it worth it? Did it work? 1.2. I think he gained a little bit of time through that corner somehow. Superhuman strength. He needs to get it under a second. There's not a long to go. The final time into the hairpin. It's come under a second. LSX Penguin needs to stay calm. He needs to stay calm. It's jumped back over a second again. CK, he needs to do the same thing. He just needs to do what he's been doing each and every lap. Stay in that rhythm. And he'll get it done. 8/10. Like I said, I think there might be... Oh, let's come down. I think 5/10 was the difference he needed. LSX Penguin seems to be lagging here just for fun at the end. It's going to be super tight, but I think CK's done it. LSX Penguin will get second. Not a lot in it. Absolutely fantastic race from those two at the front. And then it'll be Goof who will take the final podium position. Becqua also out of nowhere will take fourth. The Canadian doing well. His teammate G-Tuck just in behind. His first race, and he'll be happy with that. Magic Man, he'll hold off sixth position from Fam's Hyper, who wanted to get a top 5 position today, but he couldn't quite make it there in the end. And then it looks like Arrowhead has gotten in front of Carnerd on the last lap, and that is what he wanted to do. Rockefeller Racing will be happy with that one. 8th position for Arrowhead. Carnerd's there. A little bit of oversteer on the exit, but it's going to be Arrowhead who gets the lead in front of him. He even pushes very wide there just to let us know. We'll try to get a replay. No, Arrowhead had made it done before the hairpin there on the last corner. But what a finish from these guys. Sebestro will come through and get 10th, and Big Red, he finished a lap or two behind. But what a race from CK in the 4C. Fantastic win from him today. And that was a great Division 2 race, guys. Up 3 spots from the start. He'll be very pleased with that result. We're going to quickly talk to the boys in the interview. So don't go anywhere if you want to hear that. But thanks for joining us today, guys. Don't forget, if you're new here, like, subscribe, follow wherever you are watching us from. Thanks for joining us. And we're about to join the interviews. So stand by for those. Yeah, Echo, I knew you'd enjoy that one, man. That's why I told you last night. Don't forget to watch the race. Raymond, checkered flag. Thanks for joining us again as well, dude. Lots of fun. And Darian, Jeff, Rocky on Facebook. Know you guys out there had a good time. Now I've got to tag the guys, don't I? It'll be CK, LSX, Goof. Let's just go Magic Man. I'll go Arrowhead. All right, we're about to talk to the race winners. Here's your race results, everybody. CK on top. And a fastest lap there from Goof in the end. LSX Penguins in... No, I'm in the wrong interview. That doesn't matter. Well, I've got LSX Penguin with me, so I'll talk to you. Now, what a race there, brother. What a race. How was that?
No, man, it was an amazing race, just like I expected. These D2 guys are really fast. This is a great group of guys, and I think the race went according to plan. I'm a little disappointed with myself in that third sector. I feel like if I would have pushed a little bit harder and not had so much wheel slip, I think I would have caught CK. Maybe I would have. But in the end, it was a great race. I'm really happy with the outcome, and Barcelona was a great track.
Yeah, CK running a long stint there at some point, getting the jump on you there. Was that a surprise when you saw him out in front come 6 laps to go?
Something about that alpha man. CK can pull off some amazingly long stints and hold really, really good pace. I don't know how he does it, to be honest, but he somehow makes it work, and it works really good for him. So congrats to him for on the race win. He deserves it.
Definitely. Yeah, we worked out, I think we worked out on the fly that at the end, at your pace that you were doing, the difference would be about half a second. Believe it or not, it was 0.634. Like, it was so good to watch. But yeah, that last lap, did you think you had it?
Crossing the finish line, I didn't, but coming through the second sector, I just saw that I was gaining more and more. And I think I got a little bit overzealous on the third sector, and that's where I lost it. Maybe if I would have been a little bit more calm, I would have had him. Who knows? But at the end of the day, it was a great race, and I'm just happy I came in second, not another third place finish.
That's true. Well, yeah, congrats on that race, man, and congrats on the second place. And yeah, you put on a great show. So thanks for talking to us, and see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you. Have a good Memorial Day weekend.
Certainly will. CK, what a race, mate. You pulled. Explain to us what you did in that race, your strategy to get the win.
Well, I actually didn't know what to do because I didn't practice. So,
You're kidding, right?
my teammate told me that he had practiced and he told me what I should do. So, thanks, buddy, if you're watching. But so I had followed his strategy and it seemed to work.
Yeah, was that last lap? Were you running the tires a little bit long? Were you struggling with understeer? How was that with between you and LSX there on the last lap?
It was quite the struggle. It wasn't really that much understeer, but it was more like oversteer because it's an MR car, so it does that.
Of course. Well, you beat him by just over half a second. Some very quick laps there at the end, dude. You put on a great show, great strategy, even without practicing. So go and enjoy the spoils, dude.
Thank you.
No worries, man. Well deserved. And we've got the moment himself, Goof from Stronger Together Racing. How was that one, dude?
Oh man, that was a little hectic, but it was fun. It was really fun. I learned kind of from Defi also, like the Lexus really didn't seem too strong here. I figured that out. Tire wear was a pain, but I mean overall it was a clean race. I had fun. You know, Penguin and CK were running the race as well, so I just had to run mine, focus on my marks and everything. But other than that, I mean it was fun, it was clean. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you even had you had a few lead laps there, so I mean your hopes must have been high for maybe a win. But do you think that was possible?
I believe it was. I mean, I've practiced my butt off for this track as well. I mean, I did a lot of practice, a lot. Actually, me and the new driver, Tuck, Tuck,
Yep.
he has done every single lap for lap with me, about 1,200 laps together to practice, and he did a great job as well. But actually, Becqua, he's one of our newest STR drivers. He did a great job. It was fun seeing Marcus come back and Cyberstrip practice. We all practiced together for this track, and it was enjoyable. It was very enjoyable.
Well, it showed, man, because yeah, G Tuck was his first race. He was up there fighting for it. Becqua, he got a fourth, and yourself up on the podium as well. The goof laps and the goof speed, it's all worked out for you, man. So well done, and thanks for talking to me.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for always streaming. And congratulations to both of these dudes. Y'all did a really good race, clean against me as well as always, and I appreciate that. And y'all have a good Memorial Day.
Certainly will. And again, happy Memorial Day to everyone else out there as well. But yeah, we've had a great finish. Talked to the 3 podium finishes there. So thanks, guys, for talking to us here on Demo 1. Don't forget, watch the stream, like, share, subscribe. But what a race it was. It come down to the last lap between CK and LSX. But CK just did it in the end, win the 4 seat. But anyway, we'll be back next week with Division 1. So don't forget, same time, same place, same name. Until then, goodbye and enjoy your racing. Bye-bye.